All right, Endo, there's a few movements, so we're gonna try to knock this out in about 10 or 11 minutes, okay? Here we go. Okay, first movement, we're gonna foam roll the right glute. So go ahead, have a seat on top of your roller. Let's pivot our body so the right leg is 45 degrees to the roller. And now we'll bring the left leg in and we'll cross over here. Give a little support with the hand here. We'll balance our upper body with our right hand like this. And we're just gonna go ahead and move nice and easy down to the back of the glute and then back up top again. If you find any of those hot spots, we're just gonna hold still on them for about 10 or 20 seconds. And overall, this is gonna be a 1 minute roll. Right about there. Right there. Of course, just keep your breathing regularly. Try to mute that out a little bit.
Like 10 seconds.
One more pass up the top. Go ahead, bring it back. All right, next we're gonna switch over to the left glute. Here we go. Okay, we're switching over to the left glute. So go ahead, have a seat on top of the roller. Left leg out straight. Let's pivot it in 45 degrees to the roller. Right leg is gonna post. Cross the leg over, a little support with the right hand, and we'll support our torso with the left hand. And same movement, we're just gonna go ahead and pass underneath to the back of the glute. And coming back again, this will also be a 1 minute roll. And if you find any of those spots, we'll hold still on them, like right there. Again, breathing is just regular. Wait for that to soften up a little bit. Okay, we'll go ahead and start doing our passes again. The back of the glute, underneath the pelvis, back of the glute, underneath the pelvis. Okay, let's see if we can get a few more runs in here.
Ten.
All right, we'll go one more pass. Bring it to the back. Close it off. Great. Okay, next we're going to switch over to the quads and the groin. Okay, next movement is going to be a foam roll of the left quadriceps and the left groin. We're going to start with the quadriceps. We know we start 4 inches below the hip, and we'll be finishing 4 inches above the knee. So, roller 4 inches above the hip, and here we go. We're going to bring it straight down my toe, point it straight down to the floor. We'll roll it all the way down, and coming back. And roll it all the way down. And we'll come back up. So we'll do 3 passes on this one. This will be my 3rd pass coming up here. And when I return back to the origin position, we'll switch to the groin. So in order to switch to the groin, I'm just going to make sure that my right leg is posted up high next to my hip over here. And then I'm going to take my left foot and I'm going to externally rotate. Point the toe away, and then I'm going to run the same path. And that's going to go right down that femoral nerve, so you'll know when you're in the right spot. So 1, and then 2, and we'll do 1 more pass. Coming on down. And okay, great. All right, next we'll switch over to the right quad and groin. Okay, next up, gonna be right quad and right groin. So again, 4 inches below the thigh, 4 inches above the knee. That's my working area. Let's go ahead and get in position. 4 inches below the hip. Bring that left leg up forward, and here we go. We'll run our first pass. Down to the knee, and 1. And remember, when we're rolling the quad, the toe is pointing straight down to the floor. That's 2 passes. We'll do 1 more pass. time, when I get to the top, I'm going to make sure that my left leg is jacked up forward to support, and then I'm going to externally rotate my right thigh. And now I'm going to run that same track down the inside of that femoral nerve on the groin. You'll know when you're in the right position. Okay, we'll do one more pass. Okay, great. Next, we're going to change gears. We're going to switch into the 2 static stretches that we're going to work. Okay, first static stretch is going to go to our left glute. So let's assume our bridge position. Keep our pelvic tilt nice and neutral, and the outboard side of the left ankle goes on top of the right knee. I reach across with my right hand, I grab a piece of my left knee right in the front. I keep my left hand pinned to the floor, and then we're going from 12 o'clock over towards about 2 o'clock. So we'll work ourselves into that stretch nice and easy. Keep our breathing regular. And you can notice that my foot is probably not going to hit the ground right out of the gate, but if I just stay patient with it, that glute will eventually relax. There we go. And allow me to pin the foot to the floor. Dig in a little deeper.
Oh, 10 now.
Okay, as we prepare to exit this stretch, we can actually post a little bit with our right hand and help ourselves back to our bridge position. Okay, next we'll be going over to the other side for the right glute. Okay, switching sides to the right glute, we're going to go ahead and assume our bridge position. And this time it's going to be outboard side of right ankle on top of left knee. We'll go ahead and reach across with our left hand, grab a piece of the right knee in the front, and we're going to go from 12 o'clock over to about 10 o'clock. This hand, right hand, stays pinned to the floor, and we go ahead and pin it over. Right out of the gate, the glute might feel a little bit of a stretch reflex. You might not be able to get this foot down to the floor right away. That's okay. Just be patient with it and make sure that your breathing stays regular. And after a few seconds, the glute will give way, and you can deepen that stretch. Get your foot into the floor. Add a little extra tension. Use this hand. Give that knee a little tug. Open up the right side. As we prepare to exit this stretch, we can release the left hand. We'll give a little bit of support to that right knee. And help ourselves back to our bridge position. Okay, that's the glutes. Next, we'll be looking at the quads and hip flexors. Okay, talking about stretching the quadriceps and the hip flexor group here, the psoas major and the iliacus of the left hip. Let's assume our bridge position. We're going to go ahead and bring the left ankle down and underneath the right ankle. We're looking for external rotation of the left thigh. So go ahead and put that thigh right down to the floor. And ultimately, this position is we're looking for the right hand to be in contact with the left foot. If you can't get there right away, that's totally fine. Just let the stretch work its way in a little bit. Make sure you're contracting the left glute. And if you're doing your pelvic bridge to assist here, this leg stays at 12 o'clock, and our bridge goes over towards the stretching leg. Deepen up the stretch, we can toe lock our way in, and eventually you should just be able to drop your hand and your foot. Just keep the breathing regular, hold that position.
Right 10.
So we prepare to exit this stretch, ease off the bridge a little bit, and we'll toe walk our way out. Drag it out back to our original bridge position. And next we're going to switch over, we're going to do the same thing to the right side. Okay, now we're talking about applying the same static stretch to the right quadriceps and the right psoas major and iliac flexor group here. Let's assume our bridge position. Nice neutral pelvic tilt, and we're going to go ahead and pass the right foot down and underneath the left hand. We're going to externally rotate the right thigh. We'll let it fall all the way to the down, right on the floor. And if you can't touch the left hand to the foot right away, that's totally fine. Just engage the stretch for a little bit. Once the psoas and quadriceps loosened up a little bit, you can start toe walking your way a little deeper into the stretch. You shouldn't be reaching with this hand. You should just fall, and it should just be there. Right thigh stays externally rotated. Left thigh stays pointed at 12 o'clock, and we're going to do our bridge over towards the right a little bit.
Ten. Definitely 10.
Prepare to exit this stretch. Go ahead and toe walk our way back to the ankle. Ease off of that bridge and bring our leg back out to a neutral bridge position. All right, one more movement. This will be more of an active stretch. Here we go. Okay, active stretching movement for the golf warm-up. We're going to find a piece of wall. I want you to go ahead and take a knee next to the wall. Your right foot in a position so that your knee is touching the wall. Take your left knee with your foot straight behind you. Right hand goes on the right knee. Left hand goes on top of the right hand. And we're just going to open the door. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can take this up as high as 10 or as high as 20. Let's switch sides. Okay, to switch sides for the open the doors, go ahead, find a piece of wall, and your left leg is going to go up against the wall this time. Contact at the knee, ankle right there on the wall. Left hand on top of the knee, right knee and right toe in line with each other here. Right hand on top of left hand, and we're just going to open the door. 1, 2, 4, 5. Make sure you take these reps to the same count that you had on the other one. You can go as high as 10 or even as much as 20 if you're feeling it. All right. All right, Endo, that's your basic 10-minute golf warm-up. Last thing, don't forget, when you take that swing, open the jar. Open the jar. Have at it.